welcome to week 2 of piano class, Piano 1. And today we're going to be starting Unit 2, and this starts on page 28, Orientation to the Staff. We're going to learn how to start reading music. And why reading is so important is like if you were learning just one piece, for instance, just by like watching somebody's tutorial, you might be able to learn it, right? But how many times will you have to watch the video, first of all? I had a student who once told me he was playing all these like fancy pieces right off the bat in piano 1, and I asked him like how long did it take him, and he said he had to watch the tutorials like hundreds of times in order to figure it out. So of course, if you're trying to jump to a fancy piece right away, that might be an option. um, but in the long run, if you're able to process it and read it, you'll be able to process music that much quicker and that much faster as you learn more and more pieces. So in order to save your frustration in the future, you're going to learn little by little how to read right now. So it's an investment to your future self. Easy pieces, you might be able to just catch it by rote or by just watching, but the more complicated pieces get, you'll need to know how to read. Um, but in order to do that, you have to do it little by little, just like how you started to read English. It was letters first, and then you got like the phonetics of each letter, and then you form words and sentences and so forth. So let's get started. Okay, so music is organized on what we call staff, and staff consists of 5 lines and 4 spaces. We're looking at a grand staff right here that actually combines two staffs, but let's take a look at what would it mean to be a line note. So line notes consist of note head that are occupying. So line notes means that lines are going through the notes. Okay, so we call this line notes. And there's only 5 lines on staff, right? But you can actually extend it by adding little lines, and it will function the same way as any other line on the top or below or anywhere. And these are called legend lines. What it will mean to be a space note means the notes are occupying the space in between the notes. So there's 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 spaces for every staff. What those notes will actually mean on the keyboard depends on what's in the front. And these are called clef signs. The first one is called treble clef. And treble clef sign is for like the higher sounding notes. For piano, it'll be the upper, and you associate it more with the right hand. And it's instruments like flute, violin, or soprano. And we have bass clef. And for keyboard, it'll be your left hand mostly, and it's the left side of your keyboard, and the instruments like cello and trombone, the lower sounding instruments. While most other instruments just have one single line, pianists always have 2, and they are joined by what we call brace. And it's called grand staff. So lots of terms that I'm throwing at you. We have treble clef sign for the right hand, bass clef sign for the left, and to combine it, we use brace, and it's called grand staff. And the line joining the 2 staffs is called bar line. All right.